Right. So now it says that Noah has a Bant deck.
Yeah.
That
Are we more Simic-y?
is a lie.
Okay.
He did draft white cards. He is not playing white cards. So as I had said, I would have eschewed the white cards. Noah agreed with me. He did cut all of the white cards from his main deck.
Okay.
He's playing forests, islands, one misty rainforest.
I dig it. Zach's mana base, pristine. 8 swamp, 3 island. 3 island, 2 mountain, a blood crypt, a polluted delta, a prismatic vista, a volcanic island. There we go. Looking good.
Now, of course, Zach immediately opens on one of his dual lands, which is erasing all of his problems, specifically the best one, Volcanic Island.
Duh.
Like he drew it up.
Duh.
Okay, Noah will want to lead off on one of his Birds of Paradise, Elvish Mystic cards.
Are we able to change Bant to Simic underneath Noah Strassler's name? Since that's the wrong name of the
Zach making some faces. Doesn't love his hand. But I think he's going to be keeping. He might be on a mulligan. He's got a card in his hand on the right.
Mm-hmm. If I was Noah, I would just play Black Lotus.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I think they're both on a mulligan.
They both mulligan. All right, let's do it. Let's head on down.
Okay.
Swamp for Zach.
Snow-covered swamp.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Forest. Of the snow-covered variety.
Lots of basics in both of these, and Zach has his turn too.
All right, Talisman of Dominance, if memory serves.
Mm-hmm.
Talisman of Dominance, that's your Dimir Talisman. Here from Zach. So a little bit of ramp for Noah. He's got a snow-covered island. Looks like he may have a Talisman as well.
He has a Lotus Cobra, your favorite.
I am very much in Lotus Cobra.
Which he, now he can at least play Cobra into something else, so he's not leaving it open to get removed by something.
Zach will play a Blood Crypt, tapped, pass the turn back over to Noah.
All the mana in the world for Zach. His hand is full. He has at least 2 other lands in his hand, maybe 3. Looks like he's going to be going with the Courser Prefix.
I don't mind this.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the top card of the library. Took a
Ooh, yes. The secret's out.
Yes. Yes. That talisman for Noah is a talisman of curiosity. That's your Simic talisman. There's a snow-covered island. Trigger the Courser. Gain a life. So Noah's going to go back up to 20.
So as good as this looks for Noah, Zach's not even remotely under the gun yet. So he's going to have time to develop his board, and he picks up Liliana of the Veil immediately off the top.
All right. Well, what do we want to do with Liliana? Maybe just minus here? Do you want a plus?
Well, you're not going to get too much better with your minus if you're seeing green.
Mm-hmm.
Green, you're going to think creatures. So take care of the Courser now, so you don't have to worry about Liliana being pressured. Now we know Noah has a Consecrated Sphinx in his hand that he's going to be deploying with this Lotus.
Which, that's powerful.
Yes. But, again, what's your option?
Not much of one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't really, if you're Zach, it doesn't appear you can do much of anything. So Noah's going to draw that Black Lotus. I don't know if you knew this. Pretty good Magic card.
He actually can deploy the Cobra and the Sphinx at the same time. Whether he does that or not, I'm not sure.
Oh, I do that.
I certainly would, too.
2-for-1 special, aisle 3.
Yeah.
All right, there's your Cobra. Give you 2 mana left over. You play a land, you trigger the Cobra. That'll give you 4 mana. And then Lotus gives you 7. Okay.
Yep.
Lotus.
There it is. It's going to come in and out of play pretty quickly, I believe.
That card's available in Throne of Eldraine. Get your boxes today. Wait, no, hold on. That's not true. Here's Consecrated Sphinx.
Maybe Zendikar.
Yeah. We got some back stock, so you want to pick a couple boxes up. All right, trigger on. Draw 2.
All right, this is where it gets away. He did his removal spell yesterday.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like he has one tomorrow, so that's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a big issue. Consecrated Sphinx is a real problem.
And Noah, sure, I got plenty.
He'll have plenty of cards to discard. Consecrated Sphinx is it's a real crackerjack.
I think that if, with this board state, with what Zach has, Noah could let Zach Thoughtseize him every time he plus Liliana, and the game wouldn't be close going the other direction.
Also, Noah just discarded Hydroid Crisis, which implies his hand might have a little bit of strength. There's old Bobby.
Okay, so this could be it. We could see an Emrakul come off the top, and that would be game.
That's true. That's true. Zach likes to take some risks. He's got Dig Through Time, Emrakul, a bunch of other stuff. And he drew a Mystic Snake? That must be nice. All right, beatdowns.
That's... Well, we know Zach is not interested in trading.
0 trades. So Zach's got some more life to work with now. So Consecrated Sphinx took care of Liliana, and Lotus Cobra dealt Zach 2. No block there with the Dark Confidant. So
yeah, he's going to sit on this Mystic Snake until... I don't know. It's going to be difficult. All right.
Mana Vaults. Okay, Zach's going to go to 17.
Now, Zach may have drawn it up where he draws the Emrakul now and can cast that immediately. Would be nice.
Now, do remember, Dark Confidant is a reveal. It's not drawing a card. And now Zach will draw a card, and Noah will draw 2 from the Consecrated Sphinx.
Yep.
Okay.
Picks up a land and another spell. We don't know what Zach drew, but he's going to need to...
Start by attacking? I agree.
Yep.
Always start by attacking.
Yeah. Hopefully the Dark Confidant will deal more to Noah than it will Zach this game, but I am not confident in that.
There's the Mana Vault. What's the follow-up?
4?
Toxic
Deluge.
Now, is paying that life part of the cost?
It is part of the cost. So he's going to be losing 6, and the Mystic Snake's going to say, no thank you. Which, now here's the worst news. That's going to get countered.
Yeah.
Zach's going to go to 11. He's going to get attacked for 10, and we know how that ends with Dark Confidant on the field.
Oh, you think Dark Confidant's going to finish it?
I think it will.
Interesting. There's Toxic Deluge. Things did not go there well there for Zach. That got countered by old Mystic Snake. And now Zach will have to pass the turn back over to Noah, whose Simic deck is humming along nicely.
Yep. Black Lotus has done its job.
Yes, yeah, that's the reason you don't pass that.
And unfortunately, I think Dark Confidant's also going to do its job on Zach's upkeep.
No way. No way.
What are we hitting, 7 or 13?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think Zach goes down to 3. Nice. He's gonna hit a land, and then
oh no,
Emrakul what?
Does he have an Agent of Treachery in his hand too?
Yeah, and I think he can cast it. I think so. I don't mean I'm not taking the Dark Confidant. I'm letting Dark Confidant kill Zach.
Well, I'm taking that Mana Vault.
That'll work.
Just take it.
You can take an artifact?
You take a permanent.
Oh, cool card.
That's very powerful.
Neat.
Looks like I think he's just going to deploy the elf and just say, gotta have it.
All right. Let's see what it is.
Two.
We're at 1.
We're live.
We're at 1. Thank you very much. Draw 2.
Mind Twist.
Did he draw? I think. Hold on. For some reason, I think he has Emrakul in his hand.
He has a Mind Twist.
Okay.
It's a Mind Twist and an Abrade.
Okay.
I wish it were Emrakul, but it's not.
Emrakul too.
Yeah. Yeah. Mind Twist and an Abrade. Should just scoop it up. Doesn't want him to know he has the Mind Twist.
Yep. Dead.
Yep.
Noah Strassler going to win game number 1 here over Zach Hill. Simic up a game against Grixis. Yeah.
So, Noah drawing his power first.
Smart.
Zach drawing it dead on board.
Yes. Mind Twist, Mana Vault, not enough there for Zach. Black Lotus, too good. No sideboards to go over. It's not that kind of event. This is a little bit more casual. A little more fun here with the cube. All right, so let's take a look at Noah's deck. What do you think about his build? He decided to go Simic instead of going perhaps to those band colors we expected him to go to.
Yeah, fully agree. I don't. After seeing how the draft laid out with so few lands, you're way too risky on going with the white. You got to stick to the blue and green.
So the white, what do we have?
So what he's eschewing in the white. Is Soul Herder, Spell Queller, Tristani Discordant, and then a couple of mono white cards in Sun Titan, Momentary Blink, Blade Splicer. All very powerful, but he just doesn't have the mana to support it. And he clearly has powerful enough blue and green cards, as proven by that game.
Okay. All right.
When you discard Hydroid Crisis, you're probably doing it.
Yeah, you're probably doing just fine, I think. So let's see. Zach decided to go Grixis. We expected that. 8 swamps, 3 islands, 2 mountains, couple of fetch lands and fixing. The Tanglewire did not make it in. Duretti, you were a big fan of.
Yeah.
Dreadbore in. Electrolyze not.
Yep.
Saheeli in. Emrakul, Karn Liberated, Mana Vault, Sensei's Divining Top, Talisman of Creativity and Dominance, Wormcoil Engine, all in the deck. Let's go to the colored cards.
I think we're going to see the Electrolyze come in.
In this matchup, I certainly hope so. Dig Through Time, Impulse, Metamorph, Snapcaster Mage, Spellseeker, all in. The Shackles, predictably, in the board. Dark Confidant, we saw. Hymnotorak, Inquisition of Kozilek. Liliana of the Veil, Mind Twist. Reanimates Toxic Deluge, which got countered by Mystic Snake, all in. A Braid, we saw, that's in there. That's the only red card that's in the deck. So that's his deck. How does that grade out for you with your building and testing of the cube?
I actually think it's very solid. He honestly, if Zach doesn't get got by the Black Lotus, then he's going to be in a way better position. Yeah,
Okay.
It wasn't just the Sphinx drawing cards, but the fact you have a flyer pressuring you as well, that it's very difficult to interact with. Honestly, I like, if I could take the Lotus out of Noah's deck, I'd like Zach's deck better.
Really?
Bad news.
Yeah, you can't take the Lotus out.
Can't do that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think Zach's deck is just a little more flexible because of Noah spent so many of his picks picking those white cards that he has no ability to play. So he has limited himself to like 2 sideboard cards. He's got like Nightpack, Ambusher. Maybe that's it. Tarmogoyf, which I don't think he wants.
Yeah, I don't want to start Tarmogoyf in a deck like this.
I don't either.
Yeah.
So Nightpack, Ambusher, that's his board.
Okay.
I think that's what we're going to see.
All right. I mean, not a bad card.
No, it's very
Not a
good.
bad card,
It's
yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
He also has Vincer, Vincer Saber Savant that he did not see. That's also something I would bring in.
Okay.
Now we know that Zach has got some large things that he has to spend a lot of mana on. I don't know. Noah has not seen that yet, but I would imagine if he's seeing, I don't know. Maybe he thinks with Dark Confidant that Zach is not bold enough to play 13 8s and 7s. But
Well, tell you a little something about Zach Hill.
yeah.
That Tanglewire pick was an indication. There's nothing Zach won't do, I'll say.
So I think Zach is going to be. So his ideal start here is obviously swamps. Of course, he has 8 of those in his deck.
Discard spells, stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inquisition of Kozilek into Hymnotorak. That can sew up a lot of games on its own.
Yeah. I mean, depending on how him goes, the game just ends on the spot.
That's true.
Right? So we know there's a history of that.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah. Double strip mine is possible with Hymnotorak.
And then that's game over right there.
That is.
All right, both these players have found configurations they appear to be happy with. Zach is in the proverbial tank right now, figuring out exactly what he wants to do, but looks like he has found or has come close to finding a configuration that he's happy with as far as cards in and out are concerned. Noah winning that game pretty easily, though. Again, the power of Black Lotus on display.
Yep. Yeah, and Noah was on the play that game. There is a huge discrepancy for both of their decks, specifically of being on the play because they're so critical for having their 1 mana cards more than a lot of other decks, other than a red aggressive deck, like having something on turn 1.
Yeah.
And Noah was able to do it that time without having that.
Yep.
Black Lotus helped.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. Still wasn't the tracker turn I've been drawing up here, but, Consecrated Sphinx on turn, was it 4? Yeah, turn 4, Consecrated Sphinx. With the assist of a Black Lotus. Not bad.
No.
Not bad. How do you feel about Consecrated Sphinx and Cube? Obviously, we saw it on full display there.
Yeah, it's extremely powerful. It is one of the better blue creatures.
Okay.
It's obviously very expensive. I prefer cubes where it's less good, not because of its power level, but because of the things that you use to kill your opponent before Consecrated Sphinx comes online.
Okay.
And I think cubes that are tilted to allow for more aggressive decks do a better job in managing that card, because if you're playing Battle Cruiser Magic, Consecrated Sphinx can quickly take over the game, much like we saw in this one.
Yeah, it did not take long for it to run away with that game. So now both players going to lay out their opening hands. Are we operating underneath the London Mulligan in this?
We are.
Okay, just want to make sure.
A.K.A. Mulligan.
Yeah, fair. I don't know the rules of the road here in your cube there, bud.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a social format.
All right.
as Gavin and I have determined, it's a social format. But I mean, we do have a graphic right here, $10,000 on the line. So obviously a lot going through both of their heads, making sure that they get the largest share of that.
I'm picking up the trophy.
And the cube.
The cube.
Yeah. I think just from weight alone and the marble that this cube is made of, honestly, it's more than 10K because you could probably pawn this off for a bit. Just for raw parts. Chop this up, put a nice finish on your countertop, Cedric.
You betcha. You betcha. My place at home, it needs a new counter. So if you were
just a really light one.
Yeah, if they came for the trophy, I've already taken it actually.
If you go back to back, you can do both sides of the kitchen.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, our head judge is getting involved now. I believe there was maybe a split sleeve or something. I'm not too sure. Hopefully we'll have the opportunity to find out from our table spotter.
It looks like they are in pre-game. Zach has drawn his hand. Always gotta love the end of an event, the noise of a convention.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. They're packing up the shop.
Do you put the noise of convention music on as you go to sleep every night?
I sleep to the rain, thank you.
Great.
There's a lot of rain playlists on Spotify, and I sleep to those. But I could start a trend. Actually, I would want to credit it to you.
Yeah.
Of convention center noises.
Great
playlist.
So in Seattle, do you just have nothing going on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just actually, never mind. It does rain all the time. No one moved there. That's right. Never mind. Yeah, it's Seattle's flooding right now. So please, no one ever even consider moving there because all it does is rain. Yeah.
The first time that I went to Seattle was actually for the aforementioned Pro Tour Return to Ravnica, which was in Seattle,
yes, it was.
where you were past a pack rat. And I get there, and it's pouring at the airport, and someone that is obviously from Seattle is like, no, it never rains. This is so unusual. Yeah. It's like, dude, we didn't even say anything. You're just like...
No, all it does is rain. Please. Seriously, no one move there. The property prices just keep going up. It just rains. You're going to hate it. All right, Noah. Let's see if he finds a better hand.
I got good news and bad news.
He has a Black Lotus in his hand.
That's the good news.
Okay.
The bad news was for Zach. It wasn't for Noah.
Ah, got it. Okay. Can't mulligan. Give me a turn one tracker land clue. That's literally all I want to see happen.
Zach really needs to have Inquisition of Kozilek.
Actually, a discard spell would be pretty good right now.
Because Noah is most likely keeping his hand off of the strength of Black Lotus, as one does.
Yes. Yeah.
And when you are planning on Black Lotus, because look, Noah is not, he is really debating, he's on 6, he's really debating what to put back, because he knows that fragile hand, but he's going to get to deploy it.
All right, we're underway. Blood Crypts, tapped. Yeah, get it out there.
He kept a no land hand. This is what he's debating. Oh, boy. This is cube at its finest right here. This is what we came here to see. Lotus into Courser missing on your land. Him to Turok? Oh, baby. We're off to the races now. This is how Zach has lined it up. I'm sure he was squirming a little bit when the Lotus came down, and then when he said go with no land drop.
I think I would have mulliganed again.
He couldn't resist. He could not resist the Lotus.
I know.
So
gone.
Now, the good news for Noah is he will not be getting double strip mined.
That's true. He's just going to lose 2 good cards. Thragtusk and Acidic Slime. Little ways away from both of those.
Okay, so...
Oh, no. Yeah. Get that damage in. Yeah,
so
that's important.
I am questioning the hand more.
Oh, are you?
Now that I have... because... So you're keeping the hand on the string to Black Lotus, but you have no opportunity in any reasonable amount of time to get to Thragtusk or Acidic Slime.
Unclear as to who is winning right now.
It's true.
It could be flawless.
If Noah can draw a second copy of Black Lotus,
yes,
I think he might be able to fight his way back.
Okay. All right, Zach. Here comes Santa Claus.
Now, there's a part of me that wants to see Zach deploy a Dark Confidant and lose this game outright.
I'm kind of here for that. Reveal Emrakul, reveal Karn.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm kind of with it. Plus the Liliana. Don't worry, Noah's got
No
cards.
problem.
Noah's got cards.
He's
to
got
discard.
plenty.
Yeah.
He's got a Brainstorm in his hand. Let me tell you what's not going to be good. There's not a... Get rid of that Brainstorm. There's not a world...
You can't cast it. You literally cannot cast it in the game. All right, Garrick down.
Okay.
Karn to the bin? All right, tough guy. Back to Zach. Emrakul is drawn.
You know why?
What's that?
That's a Planeswalker. Make that Emrakul cheaper.
Ooh.
He's just going to cast Emrakul to take a peek at his hand.
All right, so Emrakul currently costing 11. Let's bring it down to 10, maybe.
Bring it down to 10.
Yeah, let's discard a sorcery or a land, maybe. Didn't play land last turn. Well, actually, no, we got to discard an instant. Inquisition, you what?
He's got to see.
His
This
hand
is wrap it up. Wrap it up.
I would concede his
Wrap
hand
it up. Yes.
His hand is
Don't-
horrible.
Do not show. This is done. This is done.
Don't be
you
too-
have done. So okay. So in what's going through Noah's head? I can win this game by Zach taking my cheapest card right now.
Okay.
That has to be what's going on, because otherwise this is just a concession. I want to conceal as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
I do not believe you're going to be able to come back from this game after that Inquisition. I don't think you can with just the Liliana.
Yeah, I think that's just too much to overcome. I like taking the Monolith. Let's cut the mana out. Get a little servo for our troubles. Colin Roundtree, season 1 Invitational Champion in the house.
Do you know what our current Invitational Champion is going to be selecting for his token?
Food. Easy.
Is he going to wait till Monday afternoon, or did he pick it today?
He picked it today.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Oko ain't getting banned in Standard. I got bad news for people.
Got packs to sell.
You got
packs to sell.
You bet. Emrakul in the graveyard. Reckless. Better draw Reanimate. All right, Zach will pass.
Yep.
That's another non-land card.
He's gonna. Did he not attack with a servo?
He made them both this turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, he did. He did.
What is this? Metamorph my
Talisman?
We're taking some.
You're not. He wants to trigger Saheeli, but he's not gonna happen.
We are taking what I would say are some unconventional lines.
This is the scenic route, Cedric. He's sewn the game up. He just needs to see all of the cards in Noah's deck.
Okay.
We are back in it. Misty Rainforest, the luckiest draw I've ever seen.
Yep.
Back to Zach.
That's a mind twist, I believe.
That is
Nope, it's
a
not.
mana vault.
It's the opposite of mind twist.
You could lose a little more mana for that Emrakul that's in our graveyard. Make a Colin Roundtree plus.
Now he's drawn the fetch land.
He drew the fetch. The only fetch in his deck to go off the Brainstorm. That's why he's going to draw an island out for sure. All right, back to Zach.
Dreadbore.
I do feel bad for Noah because this. I don't know if this is if this could be the first time he's held a Black Lotus in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to just shuffle that away, right?
Well, he did draw it last game. So
You want to touch it as many times as you
there
can.
you go. There you go.
Zach wants to read Night Pack Ambusher.
Do you think he was looking at the mana cost or the text box?
Mana cost.
All right, let's plus it.
Now, I will give credit to Noah. He has cleverly, completely avoided the any impact from Liliana's ultimate ability.
Not anymore.
Nope. Now it's
2 permanents.
yeah.
Yep. Time to bring him down to size.
Okay.
The Zenith.
So we're going to see Birds of Paradise here, which I believe. Oh no, fair. Elvish Mystic is going to the bin anyway.
Yep.
So
Wherever it is, we know where it's headed.
Zach, I believe, has 6 counters on his Liliana right now.
So could ultimate it. There we go. Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. No, rubbing his hands together after that big draw step in the Zenith.
Like, he's got one card left in his hands.
Yeah.
I believe it is the Night Pack Ambusher.
I believe that's true. Could ambush Zach. You might not see it coming. Beatdowns.
Okay. I'll be honest. I would have considered blocking there.
Yeah?
Well, okay. So, what are your options? This is going down because that's.
Well, we're at 7.
Oh, that was the last card to hand.
Ooh. Hello. Hello, tireless tracker.
Gums up the ground.
Let's talk about it. What's your split here?
Lands versus.
There you go. I knew you still had it.
Yeah.
I knew it. Little Wrath of God here. I knew it. What is,
Lands versus before pre-attack.
yeah, I like
to clarify.
I like a pre-combat Liliana activation.
Yeah.
Personally,
Lands versus and maintaining eye contact with your opponent the entire time. That's important.
I gotcha. Okay.
Now, Zach obviously has drawn something.
Clearly. I hope it's Electrolyze.
It could be Spellseeker.
It's Toxic Deluge.
He'll get a servo and immediately to the bin.
Maybe we forgot our
Yeah,
tree?
just-
Okay.
Yep.
Now I'm going to kill one of your lands.
Up to Noah, which one?
Yeah, your call.
Dealer's choice.
All right. Oh, you get a servo and then it dies.
It dies,
right,
yeah.
yes.
Immediately
yes.
to the bin.
Took me a moment. Will Zach win this game?
You know what would be a great draw?
What's that?
Any of the cards in his graveyard.
Yep. There you go. Up to 3. Yeah. Next up. Yep, your turn. You're going to lose that one too. Oh, Prismatic Vista. Yeah, play that. Up to 4. Sure. Draw.
Lotus
Yep,
Cobra.
back in the game. That Cobra's dead. Sack the Vista. There you go. Down to 16.
This is legitimate thinning. We really need it here for Zach.
Does Zach have any win conditions left?
Yeah, he has that. He has Wormcoil Engine in his deck still.
Are you sure?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, are you sure it's still in his deck? Because I'm not. Does he still have the Reanimate in his deck? Don't know. He has spells with the servos,
He does
I
have
guess.
spells. He has Spellseeker, and he did not cut Snapcaster Mage. He's got that.
All right. Big draw.
Okay.
Big draw.
There's Electrolyze.
Bzz.
I just send that upstairs, see what you draw, plus
Black, blue. Give me a red. There we go.
yep.
Let's tap different then. And
I just send that upstairs. You have Liliana going up to 3. He's going to play a creature. You could just kill that.
how about unstep?
I like it less instead.
I like it less unstep as well. What if we drew something we wanted to cast? Also, we got to make a servo here. There we go.
And now Liliana's down 1. And you know what it was? Dark Confidant.
Would like to have that on the battlefield
Would've
right
liked to
now,
have that.
right? Wonder if old Bobby be hanging out on the battlefield.
I think there's a dig through time.
It's a good magic card.
Now, see, the fools that we were, he would have cast the Dark Confidant, taken 8 off the dig through time, then we'd have a game. One step ahead.
Somehow.
Oh, it is Spellseeker. Okay.
I was going to say, come on. Is that going to take a little look-ski poo? Easy place to start. Let's get the easy stuff out of the way. Attack with the servo.
Serve with the servo.
That's right.
My favorite play of this game, of all of the great plays, has been Phyrexian Metamorph on Talisman of Dominance.
Yeah, not my, well, you know, I'm not here to judge so much. But if I were, wouldn't be how I used it. by a little bit of a higher ceiling for the Metamorph. Spellseeker, this card's busted. Do not get the twist. What is that?
That's a reanimate.
All right, that should do it.
Yep.
That should end the game. You know what I would target? My opponent's Courser. Really start to build an advantage.
Well, now he can't. So, okay, so...
Wait, hang on.
Well, he's playing...
What are we targeting here? He played Bob.
And now, at this point, I would target the Nightpack Ambusher.
Okay. What are we doing? What are we getting with this? Oh, no. He could die. He could die.
No, Zach.
Wait, no. He copies Emrakul. Yeah, he copies He becomes Emrakul.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
What is that? Is that a removal spell? I just hit the blue for the cutoff. Okay. All right. A little risky.
Has trample either way.
All right. Fine. A little risky business there. Feels like maybe
just trying to keep us on our toes.
All right. Zach Hill, Noah Strassler, they're all tied up. All tied up. You know what we got, Justin?
What do we have?
We got some deck list graphics.
I love deck lists.
Who you want to start with?
Let's start with Noah, because he's going to be on the play for this game.
Well done. Here at Natural in the booth. Noah Strassler, so let's take a look at what he's got. Oh, hello. You want to give me a little rundown here?
All right, so, well, exactly what we expect, except for that Brainstorm. He should get that out of his deck and replace it with anything. But I don't believe he's going to do that.
I don't think so. How does this grade out, this deck? There's a Black Lotus in here.
See, it's the thing. Black Lotus makes it grave on a curve.
Yeah.
Like, we can't remove the Lotus. The Lotus is extremely powerful in this deck. He has 3 cards. Actually, excuse me. He has 4 cards that are extremely high impact cards to cast early off the Lotus. Garruk Relentless, Ugin, Tireless Tracker, Consecrated Sphinx. And you could even argue Agent of Treachery, but even without Agent, this deck is relying on the Lotus and the Grim Monolith so much to really get those heavy hitters out as quickly as they possibly can. But if they don't, even let's say that Noah didn't have the Lotus that last game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is his hand looking like? He has a lot of like 4s and 5s and things higher on the curve. So he really needs that early mana so critically, which is just going to make his draws and mulligans be very, very difficult, especially on the play, because it's even more critical on the play. This is his last chance to do so.
Other side of things, what do we got here for Zach Hill? Take a look at his deck. Boom.
Yeah, I do love this deck. This is a deck right up my alley.
A Patrick Chapin original.
Yeah, I'm a big fan here. I think I would operate this deck differently than Zach would operate it.
Okay.
But that being said, he's got a great curve.
Mm-hmm.
He has removal at pretty much every point. He can take care of essentially every permanent type except for enchantments, but that Grixis is not ever going to do that, other than, of course, his discard effects.
Okay.
So he wisely, despite having a handful of other things that are not black, Saheeli, Dig Through Time, Spellseeker, Snapcaster, all of these cards, a lot of his black versus non-black is actually pretty even, but Zach, knowing where his bread is buttered, 8 swamps in the deck. Okay, he needs to lead with a lot of black mana to be able to have the best starts possible, which are all having to do with black cards.
Okay. All right. I think both these decks are totally fine. I'm also excited to see what the other decks look like. But for now, let's get ready for our next game of this match. Pardon me. These players shuffling up, getting ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I think between the two, Zach is less hurt by being on the draw than Noah is.
I agree.
So,
he's got more early interaction.
Yeah.
He's also got a mana vault. We got 8 players in this cube draft. After this round, we'll have 4. We got to crown ourselves a champion here at the end of it, when all is said and done. Give him this big old brick. 7.5 pounds is a pretty good guess.
It was.
Yeah.
It was very close.
Yeah. It's nice, though. Wonder where you get one of these things done. Jeez. I kind of just want one for my house. Can I play in the next one of these?
Only if I can. I've wanted to both years, but I can only imagine the tweet storm.
Yeah.
Oh, Parnell playing in his own cube top.
Yeah, that's right. That's weird.
How'd that happen?
Nope. I want to play in one of these. I love cubing. I haven't cubed in a long time.
Yeah.
There should be a Cube Pro Tour. Let's go ahead and get that working. Excuse me.
Well,
Cube Mythic
Championship. Actually,
Cube Players Tour
regional finals.
Yes.
We did have our last, at Magic Fest, at Mythic Championship Richmond.
Okay.
The first player that qualified for a Mythic Championship via Cube.
Really?
Invitational champion Jacob Ball qualified at Gen Con.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right. I remember I talked to him about that when I was there last weekend. Yeah.
I commentated that with Gavin.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See, I think we need to work Cube a little bit more into competitive Magic, I think. Not just for Magic Online anymore. We can have a little talk about this.
All right.
SCG Cube Open.
I
have no idea how that.
You're talking my language.
I have no idea how that would even happen.
It doesn't probably, but I like the sound of it.
I'll have you and Stephen Green do the broadcast.
Yeah, Stephen, now, you bring up Stephen. Stephen was actually one of the testers for the Cube.
Okay.
He is a much better Magic player than his personality suggests.
His persona.
His persona suggests. Yeah, Stephen's actually a pretty strong drafter overall. I would say he's probably a better drafter than he is player. Not that that's a knock on him, but he does know his way around the Cube.
I'm a better drafter than player.
Me too.
Yeah, I know that. This whole game thing is hard.
Yeah.
But you need a good Cube draft deck? I got you.
Yeah.
Draft all day, assuming you like planes. Which I do.
You got any non-basic lands that make more than one color mana?
Never heard of them.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they all died of Armageddon.
They sure do.
Yeah.
They all look the same in the graveyard.
They sure do.
Make the same number of mana in the graveyard.
Right where they belong. Noah's going to send it back. Looks like Zach's going to keep his hand.
If Zach's keeping so Noah's going to 5.
Not great.
The allure of the Black Lotus might be too strong. Or perhaps he maybe has learned from his last game and has sent back a Landlight hand that had a Black Lotus in it. So this is where Zach is going to be able to really punish Noah. This is the worst, has to be the worst deck to play against in the Cube, the worst opponent to mulligan to 5 against in Zach. So
discard Hymnotorak, all that stuff.
It is danger zone.
Yep. Bad news bears.
Yep. Even worse, if Noah's not able to deploy his stuff fast enough and Zach can pick something off with one of his discard spells and reanimate early, then Noah is going to be very good at going over the top of things, but not good at removing opponent's creatures.
Yep. Makes total sense. All right. We're about to be underway here. Noah does not look happy about his hand. I mean, he certainly doesn't want to go down a 4.
Yeah, I think he's keeping it and deciding on the bottoms.
Okay. All right, let's do it to it. Snow-covered forest.
Okay. Now, this is a reasonable 5. Looks like he's got 2 lands, Lotus Cobra, Course of Crew Fix, Consecrated Sphinx.
Okay, that hand plays. That hand plays.
Yep.
You know, if he gets him, the game's over, but that's going to happen at any point.
That's going to happen at any point. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to play around that. The only way to play around that, Black Lotus, didn't work out last time.
Yep. Well, what do we got here? Maybe a removal spell?
If Zach has a removal spell, you have to fire it off, because the way for Noah to get back into this game from the mulligan point is deploying something ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
If Zach doesn't kill this Cobra and he draws like a Misty Rainforest, this game becomes very interesting. Instead, he draws the most expensive card in his deck.
Yeah, Agent of Treachery. Yeah, not the best draw there for Noah, unfortunately. Let's see what the follow-up is, if there is one. Nope, nothing.
He's got a Courser he's waiting to deploy, but, need to see a land come off before that happens. Zach's got a Karn, so this is where he's going.
I think he's going to go Electrolyzer now. There you go.
Yeah, that's going to make this tough.
Yep. That was a land.
Okay, I believe I saw a Tasker in Zach's hand. Now, you're talking about Tasker's going to cost 4 a lot. It probably will. Also probably going to be good enough.
Yeah, well, a little something to do in the mid-game.
Yep.
Well, we can deploy Courser if we'd like.
Well, it's that or Eternal Witness. Get back your Lotus Cobra, which I like significantly less.
Oh, there's a Courser.
There's a Courser.
We're fellows. Okay. All right. That's a magic card that matters.
These are cards Zach has to remove.
That's right. He's after a Blood Crypt. He's got a Dreadbore. I've got some interesting casts in Dreadbore. Courser's annoying enough that I'd want to kill it.
I think it is too. Because what's your option? Are you waiting for that Raphaelos? And then at that point, you have a land coming off the top potentially from Courser, and that's half of the Raphaelos there. And if you do that a couple of times, then you've spun your wheels enough where you should have just killed it in the first place. Okay, so we have a Diabolic Edict type effect in Lilia's Triumph.
Okay.
And he will now for sure be able to take care of Noah's next play, which is undoubtedly going to be that Raphaelos we saw on the top.
Yep, we got the opportunity to kill that, so Zach's going to untap those lands, draw a card. Liliana's Triumph was played last turn. Sorcery speed, but a mine due to twist.
Now, here comes Noah's most likely least favorite question. How many cards do you have in your hand?
Yeah, not a great question. I would do the twist.
Yeah, I'm firing it off.
Yeah. My opponent has 3 cards in hand. I can take care of them all. There's a twist. Some good artwork on that one.
Yep, it's classic. Yeah, I mean, he is considering, because, you know, it's now he does have a Dreadbore to follow up whatever is on the top of Noah's deck. Of course, the ultimate enemy of discard spells. But you have to you got to just take this out. You're trading your 4 mana for a potential 10 mana worth of stuff from Noah.
I mean, I can see an argument for killing the Raphaelos right now. We know that Strassler has an Eternal Witness in hand, so can Eternal Witness the thing back. We could also just twist for 2.
For 2.
Okay.
This is bold.
Yeah.
I don't hate. Oh, he's like, hold on, friend.
No. We discard at random around these parts. You get to keep one of those.
Let's roll for the keep. Middle one. Nope.
No,
roll for the bins.
Let's do it the super inefficient way. Yep. There we go. You lose Sphinx and I think Witness.
Yep, so I actually do not remember the last card left in Noah's hand. We're going to see it here in a second. Nothing he can cast, probably one of those 5 drops.
I believe it is Agent of Treachery.
Ah.
Yes, we're a little ways.
Yes.
We're a little ways away from that. Zach taking a little look through the bin. Might have Snapcaster Mage in his hand now.
Noah's been the one asking the questions. Zach has had the answers, but they're still hovering around 20, and that Tasker's not yet deployed, although it looks like it's going to be in short order.
Yeah, it's not hard for Zach to do. Yeah, so there's Tasker. The Golden Fang. He'll delve away a couple of cards.
Looks like he's going to keep the Dreadbore.
Yeah, I think Dreadbore's the best of the bunch given the situation.
Yep. Food for Snapcaster Mage later.
Mm-hmm. And now Zach's got a real clock in the battlefield, working towards a Karn, too.
Yep.
There is Tasker.
Yeah, and Zach's going to be a great... really, this Tasker, I think, is going to be very difficult for Noah, not only as a 4/5, but if he's kind of just hanging around not doing much else, we're going to see it start accruing a lot of value out of the graveyard.
There's an Impulse.
A land's not terrible. The sooner you get to 7, the sooner that card's going to get deployed.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see him just take a land. I think that's what he did.
Yeah, the only thing about Impulse, you don't have to reveal.
You do
You
not.
just get to look at the top 4 cards and take one.
Yep. Very minimal downside to taking a land, because if you find yourself with nothing to do, you get to activate Tasker.
Yeah. You got to take Tasker and you're 1 land closer to Karn.
Yeah.
And Karn's the check mark on this game.
Yep.
So. All right, Zach will pass it back. We're going back over to Noah.
Noah running out of opportunities to make virtually any play. He has cards he can deploy, but they're not going to be getting him back into this game.
Tasker is going to turn
It's
over
a land.
a Vista to Delta. All right, well.
Well, that's yep. Can't pick one of those, friend.
Either an Impulse or Dreadboard's going back.
Well, the good news is he cannot cast. I give him Impulse because he can't cast it now.
Sure.
He gives him back Dreadbore. If he had blue mana up, I give him Dreadbore. Otherwise, I give him the Impulse. Looks like I think Zach has the 7th land. He does. Okay.
Yep.
Well, not scared of 1 blue.
No reason to be.
And now Karn's going to go to 10.
Plus Agent of Treachery down.
So
this one probably is a wrap now.
Yep. Yeah, I think I actually do not believe that Noah has a single answer in his deck for Karn.
Mm-hmm. And once Karn's on the battlefield, it's just too much loyalty. It's too powerful. Birds of Paradise and Green Sun Zenith in hand.
Not entirely sure what Zenith can find in a spot like this. I'm not sure Noah knows either. He's going to go through a sideboard here really quick, but the carnage has begun, my friend.
Well, let's take a look at Noah's deck. What he could possibly get that has not already been gone. Tireless Tracker. It's his only option.
Okay.
That's what he's going to be getting with this. The Eternal Witness is gone. The Courser is gone.
Have you considered Iced Fang Codal?
Sure, why not?
It sounds like you haven't.
Yeah, why not? Cedric, well,
What do you think about that?
I want to personally apologize.
Mm-hmm.
I was fooled by the over-tapping of mana.
I understand.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a green floating for the Birds of Paradise in hand. Maybe that.
I feel like we're going to see this other forest tap to
have
deploy the bird.
a feeling you may be right. But no, because if Karn goes up, you let Noah take the bird. Excuse me, you let Zach take the bird.
Instead of your...
And then your Thrag Tusk that you drew.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay. That's got Death Touch.
I would not
Stop at the
attack.
Tasker beats. Unfortunately, you gave him back that Dreadbore.
It's true. I was here for that, I remember.
Yeah. It's not as though Zach really needs to speed through to end this game, but
That's adorable.
yeah.
Metamorphosis copied a Talisman and an Ice Fang Codal. That's where we're at in this game.
Just like we would have thought.
That's right.
There's
Liliana.
a Liliana,
Yeah.
which he has the swamps to be able to do so.
I would cast that.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think I would go upstairs, take both of those cards out.
Yeah.
Nope, he does not.
I want him to do whatever gets this game over with the fastest. So whatever that is, I want Zach to do. There we go.
Yep. Yeah, I would have taken both of those cards out. Reduce all of the options. What is the Coatl going to do?
It has Death Touch. I can't attack then.
So have Death Touch.
Yeah, I can't attack then.
But you also have a Coatl because your Metamorph is now a
True.
Coatl.
If only there were some way to kill this Thragtusk.
Yeah, that could just get exiled. You still get a Beast now.
True.
You still get the Beast.
True.
Oh, we got a Beast token. Come on.
We got a Todd Anderson around these parts.
Yeah. There he is.
Now Todd gets Dreadboard. There we go.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's one of my favorite coverage etiquette things is make him get the token and then kill it. Yeah, and then kill it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a very big fan of that.
Yeah, I'm for that too.
Yep. Go ahead and get that out of the box. All right, that's dead. Attack you. Big. Noah's down to 7. What's his best draw?
Probably Black Lotus, so he can touch it one more time before he has to give it back.
Smart. I think I agree with that. Misty. There's the fetch. First.
The best card in his deck.
That's right.
Other than Black Lotus.
That's right.
Well, Zach can't help himself. He's got to activate that Tassiger.
I mean, you got it. Might as well do it.
Yep. There you go.
I don't believe he's selecting Duretti. I think he just wants to read it.
A very powerful planeswalker.
It is a very powerful planeswalker.
Of the Rakdos tribe. I wouldn't give him that. Or anything in his graveyard.
Noah is carefully considering.
Yeah, I would take as long as possible in this decision. I would. Hopefully we can run over into tomorrow with being in this convention so we can pay to be here an extra day. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, he's going to put him to 2 now.
Yep.
The real answer to the question is Hydroid Crisis, but it doesn't matter.
No, it does not. Does not. Liliana up to 3. Next up for Mr. Hill. Activate. Why? Why? Why are you doing this to me, Zach? Why?
Oh, I think I know what's going to happen.
Okay.
We're going towards a card and restart.
If that happens, I'm off the set. I'm right out of here.
Doing it alone.
Ugin.
This will buy him. No, it won't buy him a turn. Really think about this one, Noah.
What do you want to kill, Justin?
Well,
Gone.
Tassiger.
See you later.
I would have killed the Ice Fang Coatl just to
Can't multicolored. Well, never mind. I'm wrong.
just
I'm wrong.
to,
Can't.
just to prove a point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Draw a card. Here we go. Probably.
I will point out that this was the play that made Noah not dead.
That's true. There you go. Minus here.
Pretty important that we kill that Ugin.
There, it's gone now. Puts you to 1. Yep. There it is.
This is the Grind Fest.
That's a word to describe it.
As the Grind Fest. Is he casting Reanimate?
You know, probably.
I think they're discussing when I restart the game, I'll have all of these to enter the battlefield.
Inquisition you. What was that? No, that was a discard Inquisition to Liliana. Excuse me. I want to confirm. I don't know if there are any rules to the draft I did not know. There's a Carrick. We are
Fighting it.
still going. Let's transform that.
Yep.
Okay. Garrick the Veil Cursed is here.
It's got 2.
Yes,
2 loyalty.
Yes, it does.
Got to take that for the restart.
That's right. It's true.
Okay. Let's be sure we have that Karn loyalty exactly correct.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Zach now surveying the board.
Now, see, this is where I just want to point out the reminder that despite $10,000 being on the line, this is a social game. A social game for a social format.
A social experience.
Noah, despite getting his brains bashed in this game, looks like he's having a great time.
And now, the answer. The game I
yes.
like it. Not
Yes.
no.
You know, no, here's what I want to see. Attack before damage, crack fetch.
Is that not an attack? No, I'm going to attack. That's it. Zach Hill, everybody, wins this game and match over Noah Strassler. 2-1. A 53-minute affair goes to the player on the right. Grixis takes care of Simic. Had that gone another turn, this may have gone through the screen. Yeah. It's not quite green-white devotion mirror, but it sure did feel like it. Guess what? Semifinals on the way.
We do.
Pretty pumped for that.